Well, everyone, I'm Aaron Prime 117 back on again, and welcome to Hillsdale, Michigan. And so, before I go walking around and all, let's take a quick. I want to take some quick shots of the engines, the diesel and the steamer, real quick though, because I want to see a couple of things, and I also want to show you something cool as well. So here we go. It looks like the diesel is getting ready to be rotating or something. But yeah, it's 358, guys. The new diesel that was... Oh man, she's taking off. Well, since she's taken off for a moment though, for the time being, when I get back and do some more shots later before the train departs, I'll make sure to hopefully get a photo shot of her from the front real quick, as long as it all plays out. But for now, let's go see 765 real quick, and then we'll go tour through the city. Judging from the number of cars and all though, and we're surprised to see the generator car back here, there's probably maybe a quarter of extra passenger cars that were added to this train, which is pretty cool too and all. Not to mention everything else that was put together for it. Oh wait, it looks like 358 isn't taking off just yet. Or maybe. Who knows though, but let's hope we'll get some shots of her afterwards. So if all of you remember my video from last year, when I rode the fall color run, you can tell this is the Hillsdale Depot, where the train was waiting at before it departed for Angola last year. Except that day was rainy and muggy though. But at least the good thing is that it's nice and sunny today. And hopefully this year in October, when the fall color run hits and all, there's gonna be sunshine and all instead. Hopefully it all works out too. But if it rains again, that's just how it is. Now, just so you all should know real quick, this car right here was part of the Barnum and Bailey circus train a while back, and when it was donated to this group, they converted it into a first-class style, a luxury, the open air car. And you can tell it was a circus car because it's got those symbols of elephants on it though, which is pretty cool and all though. Well, after all, this car was pretty interesting, and how they converted it though. Now let's just take a couple of shots real quick of it. Very good. And now let's walk up to 765 and see how she's doing. I gotta say, this run has been really great so far. And taking some shots and all, everything else that went down and all too. So now I'm up front close with 765 now and all. She's quite a magnificent engine, right, like this and all. Not to mention everything that goes on with her. And I also just found out that she'll be pulling the train back dead in two, and it won't be 358 though. But that's good though too, since this was supposed to be a main steam excursion. But it is also good to have 358 running with me finally and all. And she's quite amazing. But the Did I just feel water come down? But that had to have been the safety valve relieving pressure. And now the crews are going to work on servicing the locomotive a little bit for the return trip though. But that's going to be for a couple of hours, so we'll soon see how things go when I get back and all. Until then though, take a couple shots with the engine real quick, and then I'll go start touring in the festival and all. She's quite a marvel, isn't she? Being at it like this, kind of like when the fall color run was last year and all. It's really good and all to be this close again with her. And she also has the white walling, if I mentioned that earlier. But she's quite a good magnificent engine. Just just being this close to her and all. It's just like amazing and all.
How's that for a trolley problem?
Right now they're servicing the engine, getting ready to turn her around and all, while she's on display to the public for now until then. I didn't know that lamp up there moves like that. That's pretty clever. Well, but all the work they're doing and all is to making sure she's safe and properly serviced, so she's good to go for the return run and all. And we got a couple of more for diesels up here too. Not bad and all, but nothing beats an engine like this. If you're a really good rail fan and you enjoy this kind of stuff, sound off in the comments. That's what you love most about 765. Now here's a good shot. Small short of distance and all too. Even though the sun might be a little bother though, but still. And one thing I regret though is that I didn't bring my sunscreen though, because it's hot out here. But it's not. But the wind's blowing a little bit, so that's good too. Man, I'm feeling the water coming off from all that exhaust that's being blown out, laying off pressure from the boiler. But it's all really interesting and all. And she's quite a good looking locomotive. Now I just wonder exactly how well it will look in the end and all. Okay, after going through, taking a couple of shots and videos with the train real quick, now let's go walk into Hillsdale and see what there is on offer and from what's being shown. And then after a couple of hours of touring and everything, we'll be back on the train, aim for the departure. We're back to Eden. So far, our walking around here in Hillsdale isn't too bad and all. It's a good area to walk around, and too. Plus, last time when I was here, when it was the fall color run, this is where the train departed from. So there wasn't any time to see the city or anything though. But everything else that's going around and all, it's all pretty cool and all, so. Naturally, the way all this looks and all though, it's pretty slick and all on how the run was going and all. But like, it seems the better part of this is just the train ride and all compared to going through the city and everything, you know. But yeah, the train beats this all the time. But it's good to at least walk around and all, see sights and see some cool things and all. I don't know. What do you all think? Sound off in the comments if you have any info. Okay, so after walking up this far though, I decided to take a breather actually though, because of the heat and all. And right now I'm just relaxing a little bit though, because after the train ride, I'm just trying to get a little breather, I guess. Because the heat up here is pretty hot right now. But staying in the shade though with the breeze blowing is pretty good though. So far, everything's been okay so far. Walked up a little bit though, checked out some of the food that's being sold. But I'm not really too hungry on that though. But I might try that sandwich place that's back down near the train and all. So, but you know, it's all been pretty good so far. I've had a lot of fun on this run, and I can't wait for the next couple of runs to keep coming and all. But like everything that's going on, and I really love how this group has been running things and all. 765 is a really great locomotive to be around, and well, I hope I can make the most of my time with her though, either on this run and the fall color run later on in the year. And then hopefully next year, if it is my last year in Michigan and I roll my career back into motion, who knows what could happen. But even so, it's always a lot of fun and all when you're around steam locomotives, isn't it? But even so, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video so far, and part 2 has been okay so far. Now, after a little more breather, I might just continue walking around and see what else there is here in Hillsdale. And just tune in with everything else. So you know how it is. So I've decided not to put too much video work on Hillsdale up here for today, because apparently I was a little more worn out than I thought I was. So I think I'm just gonna go to this one little sandwich place that's nearby by the railroad line and just grab something real quick and then get ready to board the train. But still, oh, coming out here though was a lot of fun though. Oh, and even walking the cities are good though, but it doesn't beat the train though. It doesn't beat it though. And in about an hour the train will be in reboarding with the passengers, and then we'll be on our way back to Eden, Ohio. It was all pretty fun and all, but still, I kind of was hoping there was a little more to Hillsdale though. But it says there it's historic though, but I'm having trouble piecing that though. Maybe there's just something I was missing though. Who knows? But even so, well, there's always a lot more to see and all. So let's just keep walking around, I guess. There's a lot that still goes around and around and all. Oh. If you can see down there, the train is still there. They've probably done all the servicing needed though, and people are getting ready to reboard soon. But there is a lot that goes around here and all. And even so, oh, who knows? And all, there could be even some more stuff happening later in the season. Like this sign says here, welcome to the city of Hillsdale, family, tradition, opportunity. Chartered 1869. Probably had something to do with like railroads built a long time ago, and reliving the history and all brings a lot of attention. Still, who knows what can come from all of it though. If you all know something about that and all, sound off in the comments. I'd like to know more on all of it if you can. And I'm almost back at the train now. I know I didn't do too much viewing though, but maybe I'll do a little more viewing next year though. Oh, just some reason I just wasn't feeling a good mood, I guess. More like I had a lot more fun when I'm on the train though, but you know how it is for some. Some just find it real more interesting to be with the locomotive than they do touring around. and that's understandable to many though. But you never know how it comes then, does it? Well, 765 looks like she's had quite a nice rest and all after her journey. And she looks like she's raring to go again. But we'll soon get more to that later on when we hook up and all, when we get back on board and all. But still, she is quite a marvel though. As I might have said in the last time when I was on board or the fall color run, and that if I had known more about how she was running and all a while back, I would have tried something better to her on trying to get on board with her on another run. And since if I had known more about how they were running her afterwards, when the positive train control system was put into effect, then I would have found more time to join up with her. Still, as it all goes though, what goes around comes around, and what's done is done. And besides, there's always a lot more that can go on and all. And who knows? What comes in the future is just how it will be. As for this old girl, she'll be around well for the long run. And knowing how she'll operate continually on in the future, it's always going to be worth seeing her. Even if I'm working in Florida and all, when I get a good vacation week, I'll find time to definitely see her. And who knows? When I keep planning trips back and all though, I'll probably go on more runs with her, or when I come back to Michigan in time to time. But that's just how it all goes, folks. Life is just full of surprises, isn't it? Okay, so I just had some lunch here at this cool sandwich place here in Hillsdale, which is pretty good and all, and now I'm walking back to the train and all. I know I might have sounded a little down a little earlier though, Oh, but you know, I'm kind of a little exhausted after today though. But I haven't fallen asleep yet though, so I can handle myself. And you all know how it goes and all. Now I'm just gonna walk back to 765, take some pictures and video shoots, and just get ready to board the train then. And also, there's gonna be a run-by on the way back, so when we disembark for the run-by, you'll love seeing that. Anyway, hey, just gonna get ready for departure, probably in 45 minutes, and then we'll be on our way. And don't worry, there'll be plenty of shots and photos and video pieces for part 3, which is the return trip. So I'll see you all in a moment. Then once I reach the locomotive. Stay tuned. Well, now I'm back at the train. Good old 765 is nearly ready to go. Well, actually, she is ready to go already, though. She's just simmering right now out in the sun and all, while the crews have tended to her and are taking a breather. But man, this engine is really cool. Being out in the sun and all, up close and all, compared to the fall color run, she's shining right now, too. Just looking at her and all. She's a beast. She's a beauty. She's one of the best locomotives around. Not to mention, after everything they do for her, I give both credit to these crews and all. These men have done such a great job and all. And even the female workers that work with her too and all. But everything with the Fort Wayne Historical Society, running a locomotive like the 765, it's all so beautiful and all. Makes you wonder though if I could actually live up to this height if I was working with them as well. But maybe I could though. I'm always open to a challenge, and I always welcome to the fun of it and all. And all of it, it really is worth its challenges and all from time to time. With all the challenges I took in the deli so far, it's no surprise on stuff like this and all. Ain't that right, old girl? I think that chuff means she agrees fully. Now I know some of you might think it's funny for me to talk to a locomotive like that though, or like it's like I'm imagining things. But for machines like this and all though, some people like to have their moments and all. After all, when you love living the dream and all, or just dreaming up in your sleep and all, a lot can happen and all. You could even dream like the locomotive is one with you after everything else they do. So what can I say? It's all part of the fun, isn't it? All right, old girl. I hope you're ready for your return trip and all. You've been serviced, and you've been checked over, and you've been refired. Well, not refired, but repowered or re-energized. So it's almost time for me to board, and I can't wait to see you pull this train and all the way back. And I can't wait for your run by as well. 765. It's time for you to get rolling. Well, everyone, we're almost about ready to board, so once I'm back on board and we get ready to get moving, then that's when part 3 will start. So I hope you've enjoyed this little part in Hillsdale so far, and I'm sorry I didn't do too much though, since I was worn out though, but getting some good lunch was okay too. And hopefully next year, here when I ride the Tristate again, I'll feel a little more full, energized and all. But you know how it is though with some people like this. You get up real early and you make a 2.5 hour drive to see a locomotive like this and all though, and that's just how it all is. So stay tuned, everyone. I'll see you in part 3. Aaron Prime 117 temporarily signing off.